Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. All those that are invisible are filled by Brahman. All those that are visible are also fully permeated by Brahman. The whole universe has come out of the whole Brahman. Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are on the reading of the Shwetashwatara Upanishad. So we have done the up to 3, verse number 3. It started with this question that scholars or those who are Brahmo, Brahmogya people or sages or students, they sit together and they started talking. King Karanam Brahma. Is Brahman the cause of the universe? Karanam of this universe, what is the cause? From where it comes? Utosma Jata, where have we come from? Since we came, who sustained us? Where shall we go when our end comes? O knowers of Brahman, who controls us? Who controls us? So that we become subject to certain rules about pain and pleasure in our life, no? So who is the controlling force? Who is behind us? Who is looking at, who is controlling? Then next verse, second verse we read, Kalo Sabhavo Niyotir Yadricha Bhutani Yoni Purushaiti Chintya Samyoga Esham Natu Atma Bhava Atma Piyanisho Sukadukha Heto. Then it says, then maybe some people say time. Everything has come out in time. Some may say time, the very nature of thing, it is the nature of the thing. The world has come out because it is inherent in its nature. So it has come out of that. And someone say, no, there is a cause and effect relationship. No, the tree comes out of the seed comes out of the tree. It's a cause and effect relationship. Some say, no, it is just suddenly it happened, accident. Jadricha, accident. Some say the Bhutani Pancha. They say 5 elements, like earth, air, water, fire, all these put together. They are like these 5 elements have created this universe. And individual self, that means the individual self, out of the 5 elements it has come. Some may find out the cause of this creation is 5 elements, or the individual self. Is any of these the cause of the universe? That is the question. People may say, so many philosophies are there. He has mentioned all the philosophies. This may be reason, this may be the cause, this may be the cause. But are these, any of them may be the cause? And all these even, say all this put together, okay, in time it happened by its natural thing. The cause and effect also is there. And accidental things also happening that creates all these diverse things can be explained like that. Only an individual cell can bring them together. Say, I have created the world. Can you say like that? But no individual self is its own master. It cannot be. That is negative. It cannot be because no individual soul is master of the nature. He cannot control himself. But the question of the entire natural world. It being subject to pleasure and pain caused by its own deeds. No, ordinary jiva, individual, they are all troubled by their own karma, and that their own pleasure and pain they are creating. So this may be the point of conversation that we should consider this question, that what will be the head to the call. Then Brahmavadins felt this was a matter that should be gone to the deeper contemplation. to dive deep. Intellectually may not be, the response will not be correct. Sutte Dhyana Yoga Anugata. All of them then went deep into the meditation within them. Apashya. And then they experienced what they experienced. Devatma Shakti Sagunoir Nigura. Deva Shakti, and that is his own power, the divine power, is his own power. So they say the power of the luminous cosmic self, Atma Shakti, Atma Jyoti, as the cause of the universe, because that Shakti is manifested by Sagunoid. It is embedded into its own qualities. So it hides the self. And then Jak Karuna Deva Atma Shakti, that Shakti covers the Atman. It is the Shakti of the Devata, or the luminous self consciousness, which covers the self itself. Deva Atma Shakti, Sagunoir Nigudam. Jak Karunani, Nikhilani. This, and the self, one of the same, controls everything mentioned previously, including the Purusha and the time. So the sages went into deep meditation and saw that what they saw, the power of the luminous cosmic self, not individual self, but cosmic self, Ishvara, by his Maya. That is the idea. Maya with the three gunas, hidden the self, individual self, behind the universe. The self, capital, one and the same, controls everything mentioned previously, including the Purusha and etc. That means this self, as consciousness, is controlling time, controlling the causality, law of causality. You are saying accident it is happening, in how it is accident, there should be some cosmic energy behind that. So this consciousness, this self, that is called the self, Atma Shakti, that is the cause of all this. So here, that is the third verse we read. He has explained that Saguna in Niguna means this Maya is hidden, Nigudam, by its own gunas, by its own qualities. So this Atma Sakshi, the witness, this Maya, is hidden by the veil of the gunas. What are the gunas? You know, the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Sattva is the quality of balance, etc. Tamas is the inertia. Why is it that there is so much diversity in the world, even among the humans? It is because of these three gunas. It is because the three gunas in different degrees working. So many diverse universes come. A different proportion. It makes a different. Say same rice, dal, and etc. etc. Same few items. You put in different proportion, it tastes differently. And so the whole universe is because of the three gunas in different permutation and combination. So the gunas are acting upon each other. And because of them, you cannot see Brahman. Brahman is hiding himself, as it were, behind this veil of the gunas. And Jak Karunani Nikhilani Tani, the cause of all causes, Brahman is the source of everything, the ultimate cause of everything. So it's coming back to that cause, that a cause of everything is Brahman. And it's the Brahman's power which manifests itself through the time and all this many years. Kalatma Yuktani, Adhishthitani, the word Eka is very significant. Eka means one. There is only one. When that one manifests itself, we see many. For instance, there is only one sun, and the sun is reflected on different places. Each reflection appears to be a separate sun, but there is really only one sun. So individual souls are so many, and the sun's light, the consciousness is reflected in each of the mind. So that's why everyone is moving, walking, thinking as if they're self-powerful. But it is not. It is the Brahman, cosmic, with the three Shakti, the three gunas. This is appearing. This one appears everything from Kala, time, to the Atman. Kala to time means the first question was that what are the causes? And the second question, second response was that Kala, Svabhava. That means all these questions which we are speculating that it has come from time, it is the nature of the thing, niyati, it's a fate, or it is predestined something, bhutani, yoni, the five elements of the uh, air, water, fire, these are the cause. All these actually is coming of Maya. Maya is the Shakti of Brahman, and Brahman's power is manifesting. And it is hiding because and manifesting in so many ways because of the three gunas. And that brings them all the suffering and now we are going to the fourth verse. Tam eko neming trivitam shodasantam satadharam vimshati pratyarabhi ashtakoi sharvir vishwarupoi Trimarga Vedam Diti Dinimittako Moham. So enam ekanimam, that which is in the common dream, that it's comparing with a wheel with spokes and the what you call the hub. This world is the Brahma, that is this universe is like a comparing each part and describing what is like that to make us understand. So we are on the fourth verse which says, let me see what Swami Tyagi Shanandra has explained. Is Tom Ekonemim. Tom means that him. Him is the supreme consciousness. Him, or who created this universe. Him, we think of him as the universe. Economim, with one resembling a wheel which has one felly. One felly means the circumference of the wheel represents nature, known variously as unmanifest ether, Maya, Prakriti, Shakti, Ajnana, etc. It is the cause of one which the whole creation depends. It is the cause on which the whole creation depends. So this word they said that one fairly means the circumstances of the wheel. This that represents the wheel is means it is moving on and on and on. The wheel represents the nature and is an unmanifest in the ether, Maya, in different language put. It is called the space, Maya, Prakriti, Shakti, Ajnana. These are different terms through which it is explained. It is the cause on which the wheel of creation depends. So this is the cause, this wheel of circle, which has been described as Maya, Prakriti, etc. Where this here, economy has been meant. Eco means one, which is the common rim or the support. That is the Maya, is the rim of the cosmic wheel. It is the circumference of the entire phenomenal world. Maya is the covering of the entire phenomenal world. Trivritam, overlaid by the three gunas. It is supported by the three gunas. Sora Santam, Sora Santam, comprising 16 components. What are these 16 components? Now, 5 elements, 5 organs of action, 5 organs of perception, and the mind. 3 times 5 into mind, 16. These are different places you will find different descriptions. Some say 24 principles. Here they are saying 16 principles. What are the 16? 5 Gyanendriya, organs of perception, 5 organs of action, 5 elemental things, air, water, fire, and mind. So this is one way of thinking that this is called the Shodasam. Shodasam means 16. Shodashantam means it is comprising of 16 components. What are these 16? 5 Gyanendriya, 5 Karmendriya, and 5 elements, and 1 mind. 3 times 5 plus 1. Satodharam, Satodharam, with 50 spokes. Sorry, I'm reading wrong. Satardham, Sato Ardham. Sato means 100, Ardham means half. Half of 100 is 50. 50 are what? The 50 are the spokes. Suppose you imagine a wheel, circumference is tied with the spokes, and center is the hub. So there are 15 spokes. These are allegorical example, so people can remember. What are those? That means these are the without spoke, the wheel cannot be sustained. So its strength is transferred to the hub by the spokes. So which support the wheel of the cosmos. These spokes are there supporting the wheel, and that wheel of this creation, entire creation. Are the various fallacies and disabilities, and are all offshoots of Maya. So they are all these 50 are offshoots of Maya. 50 spokes. What are the 50? So you need not have to remember all this. These are all technicalities to give us some concept about the creation. 50 spokes. What are the 50 spokes? These consist the 5 biparjoyas or misconceptions. Biparjoy. What I will have to read out now. First, to know 50 is 5 biparjoy misconceptions. 5 misconceptions. The 28 ashaktis or disabilities. 9 tushti or satisfactions. 8 siddhis or perfections. More information on this may be found in Sankhya Sutra. Then you have to go to Sankhya Sutra to know more. We need not have to go there. There's 50 spokes, remember. Only we can know that there are 5 misconceptions, 28 disabilities. What are those? We'll have to read further. And the 9 satisfactions, and 8 siddhis or perfections. Now, these are 50, and next is coming after 50 spokes. Then they say 16, 50 spokes, counter spokes, and 6 sets of 8. Counter spokes. What are counter spokes? 20 counter spokes. These are the wages to strengthen the spokes. And they refer to the 10 senses and their 10 objects. 10 senses, 5 sensible organs and 5 perception, and their corresponding object. Rupa, rasa, sabda, gandha, sparsha, like that. 6 sets of 8. 6 sets of 8, Baba, very complicated. Ashtangas are 6 sets which consist of 8 entities. They are commonly enumerated as eightfold nature, consisting of 5 elements and mind, and intellect and buddhi and egoism. Baba. 8. What are the 8? Again, different ways of explaining the truth, the world, how it works. 8 means a eightfold nature. What are the eightfold nature? 5 elements. 5 elements are what? Air, water, fire, etc. 5. Mind is then 6. Intellect is what? 7. And ego is 8. So these are the eightfold nature. 8 integrating of the body. Dhatu Ashtakam, consisting of external skin, internal skin, blood, flesh, fat, bone, marrow, and the semen. So these are 8. And then 8 psychic powers. What are those? Anima, Mahima, etc. That means you can become big, like Hanumanji. You can become very thin. You can run away to this needle, run away. So Anima, Mahima, Gorima, you may be heavy. Uh, that Hanumanji was putting his tail, and no one can lift that tail. That means it's so heavy. eh, Appears nothing. So Anima, Mahima, Gorima, these are all occult powers. So these are Ashtakam. 8 mental states in the mood. 8 mental states. What are that? That means it is the whole universe is explained by these few words. What are the 8? Bhavastakam, consisting of righteousness, unrighteousness, knowledge, ignorance, renunciation, attachment, superhuman powers, Aishwarya, and want of superhuman powers, Anaishwarya. So these are all makes 8 mental state. So we have many, everyone lives in different mental state, no? One time you are cheerful person, another time you are depressed person, another time you are a dancing person, another time you are a crying person, no? So these are the different moods. So there are 8 such moods. What are the 8 moods? They say 8 mental states, consisting of righteous, unrighteous. The 2 moods. Then another 2. Knowledge, an opposite of ignorance. Then they say renunciation, tyaga, and attachment, asakti. Two. We all go through different moods, no? Sometimes I don't care for this, and I like it. I will have to have it. So these are 2 moods. So it is attachment vairagya and attachment avairagya and renunciation vairagya. Superhuman power, Aishwarya. It is not ordinary people have not that power. Special power. It's called Aishwarya. Anaishwarya? No, no power. So like that 4 times 2, opposite of this, these make 8. 8 superhuman beings. There are created in the world. 8 superhuman beings. Devata, gods, superhuman. We are human. Subhuman, animals and other creatures are there. Superhuman, above human is there. So what are the superhuman? 8 superhuman beings. They are Devastaka. 8 devatas are there. What are the 8 devatas? Brahma, Prajapati, Deva, Gandharva, Jaksha, Rakshasa, Pitris, and Pishachas. So that means whole creation, they are taking into account the whole creation. And starting from the Brahma, the creator God, Prajapati, the Lord of the universe, gods, devas, all the divine entities, Gandharvas, the singers and dancers, Jakshas, Jakshasu, Jaksha, Rakshasa. Jakshas are the who keep the wealth uh, protected under them. No, some Rakshasas, they are they eat human being, they eat cow. Pitris means forefathers. Pishachas means this, some celestial being who was very mean and ugly. Anyhow, those 8. 8 virtues of the soul. eh? You have 8 virtues. What are the virtues of the soul? Each soul have 8 virtues. Which in one mood you would be in one, another mood you go to the another. What are the 8 virtues? Gunastakam. Daya means compassion. Kshama, forbearance. Anasuya. Ashwa, absence of jealousy. Purity, socha. Freedom from fatigue. Anasaya. Freedom from poverty. Akarpanna. Aspriha, desirelessness. So these are the 8. These are the 8 virtues of the soul. It's called Gunastakam. So 6 Astakams. First they said, what Astakam? 6 sets of consisting in commonly enumerated as nature, Prakriti Ashtakam, eight Prakritis. Eight Prakritis, they have mentioned eight Prakritis. Oito, what are the eight Prakritis? Mind, intellect, ego, and then five elements. These are eight. Then he said that eight ingredient uh, dhatu ashtakam. What are the dhatu? Dhatu ashtakam. Nave Navai Panchu Vayu Nave Shankara says dhatu. So this dhatu is the eight ingredients, dhatu ashtakam. They are what? Skin, the internal skin, blood, flesh, fat, bone, marrow, and semen. Eight psychic powers, Vaishajastakam, like Anima, Mahima, etc. Logima, Gurima, etc. Four, eight mental states, Bhavastakam. And those we have discussed that righteousness and an opposite, unrighteousness. Knowledge and its opposite, Jnana or Jnana. Renunciation, Vairagya and Avairagya. Superhuman powers, Oishwarya and Anoishwarya. These are all eight psychic powers. It is called the Oishwarya Astakam. Oishwarya, eight Astakam. Oishwarya, eight Oishwaryas. Then eight superhuman beings, Devastakam, as we just discussed, Brahma, Prajapati, Devas, then Gandharvas, Jakshas, Rakshasas, Pitris, and Pishachas. So these are eight. The eight virtues of the soul, Gunastaka. What are the Gunastaka? It's consisting of Daya, compassion, Shama is the forbearance, absence of jealousy, Anasuya, Socha, purity, freedom from fatigue, Anasayo, freedom from poverty, Akarpanna, and desireless, freedom from desirelessness, Aspriya. So you see, six sets of eight. That means 48. In 48 characters, there's describing the entire universe as it were. The whole universe, from God, angel, human, subhuman, and each person's moods, sattvika mood, rajasa mood, tamasa mood, anger, frustration, all these, whatever you see in this whole creation, it is all under by the from Brahman, its power, Maya. Three different roads. Then he said, let us go back to the original then. We think of him as the universe resembling a wheel which has one felly. What is one felly? That is the circumference, the whole represents nature, known variously as unmanifest ether. That is called the Maya, that is called Prakriti, that is called Shakti. So that is the only one thing which is holding it. If Maya goes away, ignorance goes away, then this universe does not exist. So, what is the one thing? That is the one which is called in different places as Maya, as Prakriti, as Shakti, as Ajnana, all these terminology. So, the wheel is one felly with a triple tire. What are the triple tire? The three tires represent the three qualities Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. 16 extremities. 16 extremities are Sankhya philosophy. What are the 16? Oito. Panchabhutas, yeah, five element, the 11 organs and the five elements. 11, 11 organs are what? What are 11 organs? What are the 11 organs? Five karmendriya, five gyanendriya, 10 and mind. 11 karmendriya. Plus 5 gross elements, that's called the 16. 11 plus 5, 16. Simply, these are different division. Don't try to make a standard formula. The world is created like that. Why these different scriptures give different description about creation? Very important. Why it is given? Because Vedanta says the world is what you see is all mental creation. It has no real existence. No. And they give the example, suppose a baby has got some concept that there is a ghost. Maybe somebody has said, hey, don't go that side, there is a ghost. And he will kill you, or he will eat you, he will hurt you. Don't go. So the baby is very frightened. So one day, mother was thinking that my child is every day fearful about the ghost, no? So how to remove his ghost? So he created one ghost. Ghost you can create with 8 arms, you can create with 2 arms, you can create it 4 arms, you can create it 6 arms, you can make the face 1 face, you can make the 10 face, you can make 5 face, you can look this way and this way. This is the imaginary ghost. So imaginary ghost, this Upanishad is saying this is like this. Another Upanishad, this is like this. Sankhya is saying this is like that. Don't get confused with this word. They're ghost and created by mother. And then what? One day, mother said, go, let us go that side. No, there is a ghost. Oh, is there any ghost? I will kill the ghost today. No. And suddenly he brought out the ghost. And the ghost, seeing the child was so happy, frightened, then he said, I shall kill that ghost. Okay, put fire into it. And the ghost gone. Jnana Agni, put the fire, knowledge of fire, and then this ghost, which was so frightening, just is burnt to ashes. That's the Jnana Agni, is the only thing which can. So these descriptions, you may say, why this type of complicated description? But these descriptions include the whole world panorama. See, if you think very seriously, all these 5, 8, triple, 64, 51, all these numbers, it is connected with, to let us understand that whole gamut of the creation is just punched into these ideas. So it is worth to read in that way, and we are getting help from Shankara. Shankara has explained this way. And the Vedanta, Sankhya, all are brought into one point to make it understandable. So that phrase says there are 50 spokes, there are six counter spokes, there are also 20 counter spokes, 6 sets of 8, 6 sets of 8 we just talked about, and then which is driving 3 different roads by means of a belt, and is moving in 3 different roads. What are the 3 different roads? Belt. 3 different roads are kama or desire, which is said to be manifold on account of the difference in the objects of desire. 3 different roads are the dharma, artha, and knowledge, jnana. And this wheel is running into 3 different roads. How? One is the virtue. The wheel may run into the dharmic path, righteous path, or adharma, vice, in the path of vice, or in the path of knowledge. So knowledge will bring end to this world. Dharma will take you to some future place in heaven. Adharma will take you to the future place in hell. Not permanent hell or not permanent heaven. Hindus have no permanent hell, no permanent heaven. So what it happens? It is in there, permanent is only Brahman, and everything is impermanent. So it does not hold there. So dharma, adharma, and jnana. These are the 3 road through which this wheel travels. Wheel can travel. And it has a belt connected with a belt. Wheel is connected with a belt. It's giving an idea that there is a hub one side and this big wheel is rotating because of that. Belt is, it is a kama. What is the belt? Connected together. If the belt is cut, this connection will go away. If the kamana is not there, desire is not there inside, the wheel will not run. A person who is pure in soul, pure in heart, they have no samsara. They have no pleasure or pain. They are jivan muktas. They have cut the desire. Holy Mother said, if you can just cut the desire, nirvasana how, if you can become free from desire, your liberation is here and now. So this is the why we are here, because of the karma. So that's why it's the belt. It is the belt. And then last one is that is single yet manifold, and which each revolution gives rise to two. Each revolution of this wheel gives to two. What are that? Each revolution, the corresponding words moha in the text literally means delusion and is a synonymous of the Brahma. In its application to the wheel, moha can, however, mean only revolution. This revolution represents delusion, moha and delusion, which gives rise to the two opposites, namely merit and sin, or happiness and misery. This wheel moves on. What it brings? Little joy, little suffering. Huh? Little sometimes merit is a meritorious act or sinful act. So these two things are brought out of the result of this movement of the wheel. So this is just making a picture of the world in which we live and how can it be taught. The Upanishadic sages use that old example of the wheel, etc. So let me read a little further to understand it. Is simpler language is Swami Lokeshwarananda. So he says here the Upanishad describes Brahman as vast wheel. It's a vast wheel. These ancient rishis were very poetic. They loved imagery. So they referred to Brahman as Chakra, Brahma Chakra, a Brahma Chakra. This wheel embraces the entire universe. Every one of us is caught within this wheel, whether we are a god or a human being. Everything is included in this wheel. All plants, animals, planets, stars, and Brahman itself has become this universe. How? The previous verse said that it is by the power of his Maya. This Maya is the circumference of the wheel. Infinite Brahman has become limited by the wheel of Maya. And then beyond that wheel, that is the absolute Brahman. But Brahman has become like that as world and begin within the wheel of Maya. The Reem, Nemi, he has this vast universe as a wheel, and Maya as his Nemi or the Reem. You see, unless there is a Reem, the wheel cannot function. In fact, it is not a wheel at all then. Now, you may ask, does the Brahma Chakra, does this universe exhaust Brahman? Is Brahman beyond this universe? Yes, Brahman is also beyond this universe. This universe is only a part of Brahman. Brahman is both immanent and transcendent, both within and without. Hmm? That means Brahman is not finished with this creation. With this, everything is not finished in the. It is only a creation is done in the wheel, and the wheel is with the spokes and this and that will come later on. But beyond that was also Brahman is beyond that also. This the wheel. This wheel is called Maya, Prakriti, etc. in different language. Three gunas are the referred to as three Brittam, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Brittam means veiled, hidden. Abritam, Britam. You cannot see Brahman because it is veiled by the three gunas. Ah, three Britam. If you go to the main verse, number 4, first it says economy. That's he has explained economy. That one wheel with a hub. That is economy. Three Britam. Three Britam. Britam means veiled by three. Three means three. Veiled by the three. What are these three? You cannot see Brahman because of the veiled by the three gunas. This universe is nothing but a play of the three gunas. a permutation and combination of the Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Then Shodoshantam, 16 parts. This wheel of the Brahma Chakra has 16 parts. Panchabhutas, Panchagyanendriyas, the five organs of perception, Panchakarmendriya, and the mind. You need all these things, otherwise there cannot be any universe. First there is the mind, but the mind cannot function without the bhutas, the five elements. What are these elements? They are akaso, the space, air, fire, water, and earth. Then, in order to perceive this universe, you need the organs of perception, how to see eyes, chakshu, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, the organs of touch. And in order to function in this universe, we have the organ of action, the organ of speech, the organ of the hands, feet, and the organs of elimination, and the organs of generation. These are the 16 components of the universe. Now, if there is a wheel, it must have spokes. This Brahma Chakra is a very powerful, very strong wheel. It has 50 spokes. Sata Ardham. Ardham is Sata, half of 100 or 50 arms or spokes. This is Aram. So, Sata Dharam Vingsati. Ravi. There's a sort of aura is the spokes. This is purely imagination, but each of these spoke is described as having functions. They are nothing but mental condition. First of all, you have a mind, you have errors. There are five kinds of errors, viparjaya, such as self-love, attachment, hatred, clinging to life. Oh. Five types of errors are viparjaya. What are the viparjaya? Loving the small self, attachment to the things, hatred of the mind, clinging to the life. These are five. Why is there so many tensions, conflicts, selfishness, and competition in the world? It is because of these viparjayas, and these come directly from Maya. Next, there are 28 shortcomings or weaknesses. Asakti, ashakti. Ashakti. Then there are the 9 kinds of false satisfaction. Tushti. Tushti. For instance, some people will say this universe is created for our enjoyment, so I want to enjoy. They don't care to inquire why they are in this world, what is the purpose of life. They think God created beautiful objects for their enjoyment. So why should they waste time trying to find out if life has any meaning? This is a form of tushti or satisfaction. Hi, people think, why do you think so many thoughts? Be happy what is available in the world. Eat, sleep, eat, drink, and be merry. No, that is the tushti, mental satisfaction. People are peaceful. Many people are very happy, having little food, little shelter, little. I'm happy, and that is the tushti means you are limiting your identity into the little emotional support. Then there are 8 achievements of supernatural power, Asto Siddhi. The first is Anima, you become small as Anu, atom. Then there is Logima, you become very light. Next, Prapti, you can reach anything you want. You can even stretch your hand right up to the moon. These are yogic powers, no? Then Prakamyam, you can have anything you desire. Anything comes in your mind, thing will arrive there. No? Mahima, you are becoming as big as mountain. Ishitva, the power of ruling others, that is called Ishitva. Bashitva, the power of controlling everything according to your will. Finally, Kama Avasaita, that is, all desires, Kama, end in that power. You say, I don't want anything, and at once all your desires are gone. These powers are great temptations. Power, Maya is very clever, and he has made temptations in many different forms. But Swami Vivekananda says religion is not in such magic and miracles. Religion is the science of being and becoming. Have you been able to control yourself? If you have, then that is the greatest miracle. So all these, the five biparjoyas, the 28 asaktis, the nine tustis, and the eight siddhis comprise the 50 spokes on the Brahma Chakra. Ah, now you got it. Now these all these means the 50 spokes, and that are what? This is the conclusion. These biparjoyas, five biparjoyas, just to explain, five biparjoyas, 28 asaktis, 9 satisfaction, tustis, 8 siddhis. All these make comprise 50 spokes on the Brahma Chakra. Sometimes on a wheel you find that a spoke has come loose. But again, Maya is very clever. In order that nothing can come loose in the Brahma Chakra, there are 20 pratyayas, subsidiary spokes or pegs. These are the 10 organs and their function. Then there are other elements and the wheel that keep us bound hand and foot, such as the Ashakti Sabdavi, that the sets of 8. Uh, Ashtakai Sadvi. Say Ashtakai 8 Siri. Sarvi. Ashtakai Sharvi. 6 sets of 8. We talked about that. For instance, there are the dhatus, ashtakas, the 8 elements constituting the body. Now, Vishwarupa Eka Pasam, Maya takes many forms, but in reality there is only one supreme bondage. Pasam means bondage. What is that bondage? It is the desire. So Buddha described it as Trishna, thirst. We run after material objects, and this is the source of all our trouble. We should not look outside, we should look inside. That is the message of the entire text. We have to look within. We are attached to the material objects, we are attached to sense enjoyments, and because of this attachment, this desire, the universe is functioning. We are now driven by our desires. We are completely at their mercy, and so we cannot control our mind. If a person has no attachments, no desires, he is then a different individual. He is free. His attitude to the whole world changes. In fact, for him, there is no universe. Huh? So, this root cause of this entire universe is ekopasam. Only one pasam is the bondage. And what is that? Desire. The whole world crumbles down if one feels no attraction for it. Is it not? Suppose someone's very close relative passed away that day. The way he used to enjoy the world, the day when he heard that someone of his very near just passed away, he does not find any charm in those fun, which is so excited to get it, but under that context, it has no meaning. So, desire to gain something, desire to live a healthy life, desire, any. Mother said that even a fiber is there in the thread, it cannot enter into the eye of the needle if there is some one fiber. So, fiber is our desire. So, one person is desire free, totally free. With desire, all bind. Whatever we say in our life, what is the cause of all bondage? It is the desire. If you don't desire anything, so you are free. Who can bind you? Who can give you any trouble? If you say I don't care for it, then what suffering will come? If you care for it, then it is problem. You have to hold it, you have to protect it. That's why real monks or nuns, they are the people who are really free because they are desire free. If the desire is there, you'll have to suffer, and in the world of wheel of Maya will be there. So, what is Eka Moham? Shankaracharya says that this Moham is ignorance, avidya. We identify ourselves with our body and our sense organs, our hands, eyes, etc. We think we are bound by all this, but in reality we are not. We are free. They do not qualify us or limit us. They are mere superimpositions. So these are all true so long we are in the duality, but it is superimposition. It is not true. Mentally you have concocted idea. Mind creates some new idea. So this identification of the object is like created. Ekomoham is false understanding. We identify ourselves with what we are not. We are divine, but we think we are worthless, good for nothing. Because of our ignorance, because we identify ourselves with our sense organs, we become attached to the sense objects. And that becomes the cause of two, dvinimittam. What two? Pleasure and pain. Desire means, why desire something, you get it, you are happy, pleasure. You don't get, you feel pain. So its net result of this is the two, pleasure and pain, gain and loss, joy and sorrow, sukha and dukkha. These are the two experiences that we all have. The goal of life is to go beyond sukha and dukkha. So, what is the goal of our life? Don't expect only suffering will go, joy should also go. If you say happiness, joy is heaven, concept of heaven. I don't want to suffer in this world, I want to go to heaven. Means joy minus suffering. But cannot be. It follows behind. So if you give joy of and suffering, both you give up, then you are free. That's why to go beyond tamas, to go rajas, to sattva, and beyond sattva. All three gunas get out. So that is the path of freedom. So sukha and dukkha, the goal of life is to go beyond sukha and dukkha. If you say, no, I will have only joy, sukha, it is absurd. If you want sukha, then you will have to have certain amount of dukkha. As also. They are like day and night. One comes after the other. So you have to go beyond both. You cannot take one side of the coin, that's sukha. Other side is following that. Dukkha is there. And dukkha is there, sukha is also there. So neither dukkha is our goal, suffering, neither sukha, happiness is our goal. We want to be established in ananda, satchidananda. How can we get out of this situation? We have to practice meditation, as the scholars did. Just we say they dhyana yoga apashya. They went to start. Intellectually, they are talking so many things. Now they say, no, 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 no. Intellectual will not do. Let us dive deep and analyze this way. So, as the scholars did, meditate on what? Meditate on what we are. We must tell ourselves again and again that we are pure, we are strong, we are supreme, we are divine. We can be free when we know our real nature, when we know that we are Brahman. That is the message of the Upanishad, message of strength. Baba. But it's good if we can add together and can prepare a formula. It will be good to remember that how the whole world is included in the Brahma Chakra. This is wheel of Brahman. No? But Brahman is not finished with the wheel of Chakra. It is also there, immanent and also transcendent. But we are caught into the trap of Brahma Chakra. And there we are our emotions, our five elements, body, mind, breathing, mind, intellect, ego, attachment, love, hate, all these things are working. So to get out of that is the goal of life. So that is the teaching. So I think that if I have time, I'll try to make this in a form chart and make a little chart. It can be visually. It can easily be done. Only you have to pay a little attention. You people are computer people, you can create easily. And then you can send
But
it.
I like your ghost summary.
Eh?
I like your ghost summary. All the details.
All the details. That's the point. Every scripture says like that, and we get confused. Right? Why it is saying so? Because it's a ghost, it is non existent. And to create a non-existent item, you call 51, you call 6 times 8, 8 times 6, this is 5, it is 11, and you are all this, and Vedanta only will say it is the three states of existence, they are reduced into three. So, um, Sankhya philosophy, it is only 24 principles, and that is the Prakriti. And why it is so many? So many items are here, it is not 24, endless number. If you can count 51, 36, and these, that, it will be about limitless number. Okay, so we end here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu. There is a question. Let me get this. What is the distinction between Maya and Mahamaya? Why is Mahamaya given a place of honor and love and addressed as mother? Mahamaya is a language of the Shakta philosophy, and Vedanta says it's Maya. But Maya is not Mahamaya. Philosophically, they are not equal. Maya, what is Maya is what? It has some beginning, but it has an end also. Why end? You attain knowledge now, Maya lives you forever. Maya cannot delude you. Maya is gone. That Maya can be terminated at a point by sadhana, spiritual practice. But Mahamaya, no. Mahamaya's world is going on. Mahamaya has no beginning, no end. As Brahman has no beginning and end, so Mahamaya has no beginning. This is Tantra and Vedanta. This is the difference here. The tantric language is Mahamaya. We call him the Shakti, the power of the Brahman. Power of the Brahman cannot be separated. We say, Holy Mother, Jathagnir Dahika Shakti Ramakrishna Sthita Hija. What the power of burning was in Ramakrishna, that Mother is the Shakti, that is the embodiment of that is Mother. So you cannot separate out. That's why we say, don't separate out Thakur and Ma. They are all one, only in two different forms. But only reality is only one. So because we those who believe in this sadhana, Shakti Upasana, we worship the Mother Shakti unless she opens the door, we cannot enter into Brahman. We will be deluded in this play, her drama. She has created this drama and continuing, and we get lost into that. What is the difference between Sukha and Ananda? Satchidananda, how does avoid conflict? Yeah. What is the difference between Sukha and Ananda? Sukha is, it is an explanation. It is a temporary thing. Sukha means instant gratification. I ate something, that's Sukha. That is a part of Ananda though. But it has come to the filtration of tongue, nervous system, brain, and all this feeling connection. So that's why it is reduced. Its impact is less. But Ananda is pure, without any covering. That means when body mind idea goes away, then we enjoy Ananda. When the body mind comes in between, same Ananda percolates. That's why it's called Sukha. Sukha is temporary, Sukha is now, Dukkha is coming, opposite of it. But here it is Ananda, Ananda, Ananda Kebal. All the time Ananda. So one is perceived through the sense organs, eyes, ear, nose, skin. Another is no mind, no mind, no senses, no intellect, no ego. It is that is called there. Another, the power of Brahman is also full of Ananda. Yes, power. But then you don't say power. When it's full of Ananda, Satchidananda, then there is no question of power. Power is the Shakti. Power of Brahman is also full of Ananda. Yes, it is. If it is identical, huh? You say Rasagulla or say what example? Acha, Rasagulla is good or
Sweet.
ice
Full
cream.
and sweet.
Ice cream shape of the ice cream, huh? And the sweetness of the ice cream. Can you make it separate? I will take the ice cream, not the sweetness. I'll just put it out. If someone gives you one cube of ice cream, you say separate out the sugar part. Can you do that? Sugar and ice cream means mixed together is called ice cream. So you cannot separate out. And another question is it okay to pray that distress of mind disappears forever? Ramakrishna says that happens when one gets a vision of God. We seek joy of that. Is that okay to seek? Yeah, we seek joy. Ah, that is the way our spiritual life goes on. Even the worldly people, those who have no faith in God or anything, they are also seeking for some happiness. We are all seeking for happiness. But as we go on in our life, we go to enjoy temporary happiness, momentary happiness, and we don't get satisfied. Then we want permanent happiness. And that permanent happiness ultimately can be only one, that is Brahma. So this it is okay to pray that distress of mind disappears forever. Yes, we can ask to our beloved Lord that please the mind which is distressed, take away that mind. And if it happens, ultimately it will go away. Distressed mind will go away. When? When one will be God vision. Then the same mind will be always Sada Nanda Sukhe Vase. He will be floating in the swimming in the Ananda, continuous Ananda. Uh, if that vision, Samajudi Firecha, if the mother gives a glance or you have a vision of the Lord, mother. No? So that is the point. We seek joy of that. Yeah, we should have to seek that joy, which is unfailing joy, which will remain continuously. Because we are habituated with the joy which is temporary joy. And we are tired of that. Because little touch of that joy followed by huge amount of pain and agony. And you love someone, it's very good, ha ha hoo, then you get a boom. Then your heart breaks. My God, what I got, what I spent. So this is the world that we are living in the duality. But that sukha, it will never go away. That is the point. We want that. We need this experience for our maturity. Because we are blinded again and again. Ah, to have happiness, have pleasure, have sweetness in this world, but it is not. It is wrong search. And then we go to search for eternal, not depending on anything of the world, not caring for anything of the world. That boldness comes after this suffering goes on. Another question has come when we work with unattachment, how do we ensure we are paying as much attention to the work as we do when seeking result? When seeking result. When we work with unattachment, how do we ensure we are when we do unattachment, very important point is there. If it is unattached, then there is nothing, only your whole heart will, I'm not attached to the result. So I'm only engaged in the working. I do not know this work is leading to good result or bad result. It's bringing praise or blame. I don't care for that. So that first one is very important. That unattached person, if he works, so there is full attention goes only onto the work. Results question doesn't. If the mind is free from result, that I am performing this to gain this result, end result should be there. Immediate goal should be there. You are preparing a meal. You should have to pay full attention to the meal preparation with the items, with the heat, with the cold, with stirring the thing and covering the thing and taking out and again stirring it. All these things have to be fully done. Don't think it will be good, it will be bad. Then you, if you have no energy spent on that side, then you are happy. That will give freedom. That's why when seeking result, attention is to be work is to be given, and no attention in any other thing. But I am to do this, I am doing, finish. Good comes good, bad comes bad. That's why we say after doing the work, we give it to God. Okay. That's why. What do you say? What is your question?
No, you said to practice detachment or to really like focus on one thing, on what you're doing. Dhyana yoga is the best.
Every yoga is good.
Mhm.
Dhyana yoga is best if we can focus in God.
Mhm.
If that is not done, then karma yoga is good. You do everything and give it to God. How to detach? That is the point.
Mm. But in this world, that like especially in a town like this, like detachment is like
Now, detachment in mental.
Mhm.
You should not have to detach. You are not doing free job. You go and sleep for someone free days after days. That's not the point. You get the salary. I did so much, give me salary so much.
Mhm.
But internally, one should have to be for joy, because whenever expectation is there, there is suffering.
Yeah.
So how we can free from the expectations? By giving it to God and His great glory. Okay? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Tomorrow I'll be having the gospel class here, 7:30. Tomorrow?
That is what says the calendar.
কেন বলতো কালকে বোর্ড মিটিং না কেন?
না কিছু নেই। আর আপনি আউট অফ টাউন হবেন ভেবেছিলেন।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ওকে, so Sanananda will give the class then.